Welcome back, my fellow mobile gamers. My name is NimbleThor, and allow me to introduce you guys to Epic 7, a Korean mobile team-based RPG that was recommended that I should check out by some of you fine folk. Now, the game actually released back in 2018, about pretty much exactly a year ago from today, actually. But I haven't checked it out yet, and it's about time that I do. So after I played through the 2-hour-long introduction to this game, which thankfully, by the way, does not feel like a long tutorial, so at least the game has got that going for it, because there's nothing I quite hate as much as really long and dragged out tutorials. But after doing that this morning, I figured that I'd share with you guys my first impressions and talk a bit about what this game has got to offer. And if you want to check it out for yourselves, of course, the download links can be found in the description box down below. Now, I gotta be upfront and honest with you guys. Overall, I'm not a huge personal fan of the anime art style, but I do, of course, recognize that some really love it. And while it's not my favorite, I can definitely acknowledge that it's of really high quality in Epic 7. Everything from the character models to the skill animations is just really well made. I mean, just look at these skill animations here. They're so over the top awesome. And that part I am really liking. Let's skip some of the story here because there's lots of story to be told in this game. And overall, I was actually very pleased to see that the cutscenes and the story that we're told has English voiceover. It's something I've just come to expect that nearly no Korean, Japanese, or Chinese RPG has these days. But Epic 7 does, and as someone who doesn't understand a single word of Korean, or Japanese or Chinese for that matter, I really appreciate that. But enough about that, let's have a look at what this game actually has to offer. Now, being a team-based RPG, we of course summon heroes, we set up a team, and then we take that team with us into level after level after level in the main campaign missions, the story missions, or we can go into dungeons and so on, and I'll go show you guys that later on in this video as well, so just stay tuned for that. Now, one thing that has always bothered me though with these level-based, team-based RPGs is that I feel like I get completely ripped out of the world every time we finish one level, and that really removes a lot of the immersiveness for me. We typically have to go back to the menu after we're done with a level, and then maybe we have to upgrade something, and then only after that, we can go through a few menu screens again to be able to get into the next level. And I really hate that. It really removes some of the immersiveness. Now, what Epic 7 does to solve that is actually really interesting. It simply lets us walk straight into the next level. I haven't seen that before. We can quite literally just continue walking to the right, and if we do that, we will get a level complete screen, but after that quick screen, we can simply continue straight into the next level, and yeah, I really appreciate that. That's something that hit me immediately as I started playing this game, so hopefully it's something you guys will appreciate as well. But don't worry guys, I'll stop rambling about that now. Let's get into the actual combat system instead. So each of our heroes have 3 different abilities that we can activate during that hero's turn. You guys can see that we've already used these 2 over here on the right side. So for this hero, we've only got the normal cover fire, so let's just click an enemy to attack that enemy with that main normal attack of that hero. Look at this. What is going on here? Oh my, talk about skill animations, guys. There's an entire cutscene here just for this one attack that boss is gonna do. Oh wow. Oh wow, we're low on HP now. Whoa, wait, one of us died? One of us died, so I guess an ally came to help us, but look at this. This is getting serious, guys. We're really low on HP here. But listen though, this is what we're gonna do. I have a plan here. We're gonna summon Lightning Smash, which is our Guardian's Blessing. So let's use that. And don't be fooled by that little cat. Just look at this. Yes, it's evolving. And it's dealing a lot of damage to Yuna, which is the boss that we're fighting at the moment. So what can we do now? We can use the X-Splash, attack with a sword, dealing damage proportional to the caster's max health. I guess that's the only thing we can do. Let's try attacking Yuna. She does not have a lot of HP left, but neither do we. So this might be the defining moments. I think, wait, she resisted, didn't she? She resisted and she nearly took us out completely. Oh, our healer is out as well now. Oh man, okay, but I think one more attack and that will be it for Yuna, right? Yes, we defeated her. That's so awesome. Now, we do also have an auto system, of course, and you guys saw me using that for the first few minutes of this video. I gotta be honest with you guys, there's no reason not to use the auto system in this game, the auto combat system, unless you're fighting some sort of boss, of course, just as we did just before. But for the normal monsters, for the easy levels, there's really no reason not to just use the auto system. So look at this. This is what I mean. We can simply cross this line here and we'll be able to continue straight to the next level. So we select our team and we can start the next quest. And that's all it takes, a quick loading screen, and we're into Act 4. That's the system I was talking about before that I really liked. That's really awesome. Now, if you guys have followed this community for a while, you'll know that I'm not a big fan of auto systems in team-based RPGs, but it is here if you want to use it, and it works very well. So if you like those types of systems, by all means, go for it. But if you don't like it though, you can simply choose not to use it, and you won't really be at a huge loss because these levels are not very long. It won't take time for you to manually play through them instead of using the auto system. Now, apart from the core gameplay, what really surprised me about Epic 7 is just how large and supportive of a community this game has. The subreddit for this game has over 50,000 members, and on Twitch, over 48,000 people follow Epic 7. And that's a lot for a mobile RPG. It's really a lot. I mean, it has got to be maybe within the top 10, I think, for a mobile RPG in terms of community on Reddit and community on Twitch. So a lot of people really love this game. And I mean, I get why. Sure, it's a gacha RPG, which means there's a ton of in-app purchases going all the way up to $100 US. And yes, that means you can spend lots of money on summoning new heroes. But the game is of high quality. We do get free summons through gameplay as well, and the story is actually decently interesting in this game. My biggest frustration with the game, though, is that we're not told how much damage our skills deal, and I just don't get that. I mean, how can we then determine which skill to use? I feel like it removes a lot of the tactical element of the game not to be told how much damage, for example, this attack will use the cover fire in comparison to a girl's determination. All it says is that it decreases the enemy's combat readiness by 10% after attacking them. Perfect, but how much damage are we gonna deal? We won't know, and there's no way, at least that I found so far, for us to tell how much damage we're gonna deal with these attacks. So maybe I'm missing something here, or maybe we just have to play the game a lot more. Maybe the game is just that hardcore, right? But if that's the case, I don't feel like this game is very welcoming to newcomers like myself to this game. But to be fair to the game though, let's say that we do over time learn how much skill damage each of these skills are gonna deal. Even in that case, I still don't like that there's an energy system limiting how much time we can play this game. And then of course, if we want more energy, we have to buy more through in-app purchases, or we have to wait for more to replenish automatically over time. I don't like energy systems. It's one of my most hated monetization strategies. So I'm really sad to see that Epic 7 chose to introduce an energy system, even though I can't say I'm surprised, honestly, because many gacha RPGs have energy systems. So I guess that's just part of the game if you want to play these types of games. Now, what you guys saw me playing before was this adventure mode, but as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, we've also got lots of other systems here. We've got a labyrinth, we've got something called the spirit altar, we've got side stories as well for each of our heroes, we've got a hunt, we've got challenges, we've got lots of different towers and special dungeons that we can choose to go into, and each of these also require energy, by the way, a different type of energy, but also something that has to replenish every single day, so we may only be able to go into a dungeon 3 times, for example, before we have to wait till the next day. Now, with all of that said though, have you guys played Epic 7 yourself? And if so, what's your take on the game? I would love if we could get a discussion going about the game in the comment section down below this video, and especially if some of you guys have played this game for a very long time, because the end game of these types of games and the early game vastly differ most of the time. I've only played the early game. I wanted to share my first impressions of the game with you guys. But if we have some Epic 7 veterans in this community though, do let me know what you guys think about this game in the comment section below this video. My conclusion is gonna be that I think this is a very high quality gacha RPG, but as with many gacha RPGs, I don't like the monetization, I don't like the energy systems, and I actually don't like that we're not told how much damage each of our skills is gonna deal. So, is it worth checking out? I mean, it is. If you like these types of games, if you like the art style, definitely go for it. There's nothing too surprising about the game. It's not worse than any other gacha RPGs out there, but I don't find it to be that much better either. But certainly, lots of people love the game, so maybe I'm missing something, and in that case, do let me know what that thing is that I'm missing. I'm kinda surprised about how big and supportive of a community this game actually has. But with that said, let's now get into the mobile gaming news of the day, which is that the invite-only sign-up for the EVE Online mobile game called EVE Echoes has now started, so if you want to have a chance at participating in this closed alpha, now is the time to do so. You can go register on the official website, and I'll be sure to leave a link for that website in a pinned comment down below this video. I'm really excited personally to play EVE Echoes, and I have of course already signed up, hoping to be accepted into the alpha and hopefully being allowed to share some footage with you guys, even though it is a closed alpha. So guys, let's end it off here. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave a like if you did, and join our mobile gaming community by subscribing if you're new around here. And most importantly, of course, until next time, just keep gaming, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys around.